Meghan Markle.
Oh, yeah.
Mark.
Here we go again.
I saw a review, Mark, that said that she didn't know any of these people until she met them for these episodes.
You think so? I have no idea where to start.
How? How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game? I'm so sick of this company.
Something's brewing behind the palace walls, and this time, Netflix is at the center of it. At one point, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry signed a whopping $100 million deal with Netflix, a partnership that was supposed to make them Hollywood royalty. But now, whispers say Netflix has quietly downsized the deal, and fans are convinced it's because Meghan's upcoming projects have sparked more controversy than clicks. And that's not even the juiciest part. Her brand new Netflix show reportedly features star-studded guests Chrissy Teigen, Tan France, Shetty, and Radhi Devlukia. But what has everyone talking are the alleged hidden jabs. Viewers are buzzing about a flower sprinkles moment in the trailer that they believe was a secret swipe at Kate Middleton. Others claim Meghan's subtle digs at the royal family are louder than ever. Now the questions are everywhere. Did Netflix cut her deal because of behind-the-scenes drama? Is Meghan using her platform to settle old royal scores? And what does this mean for Harry, who many believe is caught right in the crossfire? Stay tuned, because this isn't just a deal downgrade. It's shaping up to be a power struggle between Meghan, Netflix, and the royal narrative itself. Wait until you hear why insiders think this downsizing was Netflix's way of putting Meghan back in check. Remember when Meghan and Harry's Netflix deal was announced? A $100 million blockbuster contract pitched as their ticket into Hollywood royalty. Back then, everyone thought Meghan was about to dominate the streaming world with her bold, unfiltered storytelling. But now, insiders whisper something entirely different. Multiple sources claim Netflix has quietly downsized the deal, keeping Meghan on board, but allegedly slashing the renewal terms. No official statement, no flashy headlines, just a quiet shift that fans weren't supposed to notice. And here's where it gets messy. Allegedly, the move came right after creative tensions behind the scenes. Meghan wanted a more personal, tell-all tone, one that many believe would have reignited her drama with the royals. But Netflix? They've reportedly grown cautious, fearing her brand is polarizing audiences rather than pulling them in. And it doesn't end there. People close to the negotiations say Harry is stuck in the middle. He's reportedly pushing for safer, family-friendly projects, while Meghan allegedly insists on being louder than ever. So the question becomes, was Netflix protecting its brand or putting Meghan back in check? And just wait until you hear what Meghan allegedly slipped into her upcoming Netflix show, the subtle digs that have everyone convinced she's reigniting her royal feud. If Netflix really downsized Meghan's $100 deal, you'd expect her to lay low, right? Wrong. Meghan seems to be doubling down, and this time she's bringing Hollywood's elite with her. Her new Netflix show is rumored to feature Chrissy Teigen, Tan France, Shetty, and Radhi Devlukia, a guest list so glittering it screams rebrand. Insiders claim Meghan wants the series to feel intimate, raw, and A-list only. And if you've been following Meghan's playbook, you already know, whenever she plays nice, there's usually a sting in the tail. Because fans swear she's slipping subtle digs at the royal family into her commentary. Take the flower sprinkles moment everyone's dissecting. On paper, it's innocent. Meghan jokes about sprinkling flowers where they actually belong, but fans are convinced it's a veiled jab at Kate Middleton, referencing an infamous wedding day rumor. TikTok is flooded with clips where viewers freeze-frame Meghan's smile mid-sentence, claiming they caught the shade. And this is where it gets juicy. The royal watching crowd thinks Meghan's playing 4D chess, rebuilding her brand under Netflix's watch, while simultaneously stirring up subtle chaos between the Sussexes and the Windsors. But here's the twist. With Netflix allegedly trimming her deal, some speculate these jabs are calculated. Is Meghan leaning into controversy on purpose, using drama as currency to prove her worth? What do you think? Is Meghan just being playful? Or is this her way of reigniting an old feud under the guise of empowerment? Drop your thoughts below. This is where the story gets messy. Rumors are swirling that Netflix's quiet decision to resize Meghan's $100 deal didn't happen overnight, and Meghan allegedly isn't taking it lightly. According to whispers from insiders, creative tensions have been brewing for months. Meghan reportedly pitched bold, high-gloss concepts for her Netflix series, something closer to Oprah meets Vogue meets TED Talks. But Netflix? They wanted something simpler, cheaper, and with less drama. Here's where it gets explosive. Some claim Netflix questioned the show's long-term audience pull after Harry and Meghan's docuseries stalled after the initial hype. Allegedly, execs pushed Meghan to tone down her personal narratives and make the content more universally appealing. But for Meghan, that's practically cutting out her brand. And Harry? Insiders say he's caught in the middle. While Meghan's rumored to be fighting for creative control, Harry is said to prefer playing it safe, worried that constant shade and subtle digs at the royal family could burn bridges permanently. But to some fans believe this downsizing is Netflix's way of pressuring Meghan. Less money, less control, and more restrictions. Others think it's calculated PR, Netflix squeezing the Sussexes just enough to keep headlines alive without losing face. But here's the kicker. What happens if Netflix really is leaning away from Meghan and towards Harry? Imagine a future where Harry lands separate deals while Meghan faces tougher negotiations. It sounds unthinkable, but Hollywood is ruthless when numbers dip. Do you think Netflix is playing Meghan? Or is Meghan playing Netflix? Who's really holding the power here? The platform, the Duchess, or Harry himself? All right, this is where the tea gets scalding. So Meghan Markle's upcoming Netflix project is already under the microscope, but one tiny blink-and-you'll-miss-it moment from early teasers has everyone buzzing, and it involves flour sprinkles. I realized during a casual kitchen segment, Meghan made what seemed like an innocent comment about how some people overdo flour sprinkles, and it ruins the entire vibe. Normally, nobody would care, but royal watchers immediately pounced, convinced this was a subtle jab at Kate Middleton's wedding aesthetics, specifically referencing Meghan's long-rumored frustration over her own royal wedding flowers versus Kate's preferences. Remember when the tabloids exploded over the bridesmaid tears feud? Back then, headlines claimed Kate cried during a fitting, only for Meghan to later reveal she was the one who cried. That feud never really died. It just went quiet. And now fans are wondering, is Meghan using her Netflix spotlight to reignite old royal wounds? One sprinkle at a time. Here's where it gets juicier. Team Meghan fans are loving the alleged shade, calling it iconic and peak subtlety. Team Kate loyalists, furious. Threads on Reddit are on fire with people accusing Meghan of playing victim while throwing jabs. Meanwhile, neutral viewers are split, asking, was it intentional shade or are we reading too much into sprinkles? And of course, the timing couldn't be messier. Netflix scaling back Meghan's deal while fans argue whether she's stirring up drama for relevance. Do you think Meghan's flower sprinkles moment was an innocent joke or a perfectly aimed royal dig? Be honest, whose side are you on, Team Meghan or Team Kate? Here's where things get even more complicated. Despite reports that Netflix quietly downsized Meghan's $100 deal, the Duchess seems to be pulling in bigger names than ever for her upcoming series. Early leaks suggest guest appearances from Chrissy Teigen, Tan France, Shetty, and Radhi Devlukia, turning what was once pitched as a niche personal growth docuseries into something closer to Oprah meets Vogue. But here's the catch. Netflix's shift in tone has fans whispering about creative tension behind the scenes. Insiders claim Meghan wanted full creative control, while Netflix allegedly pushed for more mainstream drama to boost engagement. And now, with this rumored budget cut, some speculate Netflix is politely reminding Meghan who's in charge. Remember Meghan's huge 2020 Netflix announcement? Back then, insiders said this was her era. Total freedom, massive funding, and a platform to tell her story. Fast forward to today, and sources claim Netflix has quietly pivoted, renewing the deal but with tighter expectations and a much smaller check. Even fans are divided. Supporters say Meghan's guest list proves she's still a major cultural force, budget cut or not. Critics argue Netflix is setting her up to fail, pulling resources while hyping the show. Meanwhile, royal watchers can't help but note how flower sprinklegate and subtle royal digs keep headlines buzzing right as Netflix renegotiates her deal. Which raises the juiciest question yet. Is Meghan leveraging celebrity connections to keep herself indispensable, or is Netflix quietly preparing to phase her out? What do you think Netflix's endgame is here? Are they betting on Meghan to deliver drama, or slowly turning the spotlight away from her? All right, let's get into the real tea. Meghan Markle's $100 Netflix deal was supposed to be her ultimate power move, a blank check to rewrite her narrative and build her media empire. But now, reports are swirling that Netflix has quietly downsized the deal, renewing it on a smaller scale and with heavier creative oversight. Here's where it gets messy. Insiders claim Netflix executives are frustrated. Meghan allegedly blew through budgets on past projects, while ratings didn't exactly match the hype. With her upcoming show, Netflix is said to be pushing for more drama, more viral moments, and less personal diary vibes. Meanwhile, Meghan is reportedly digging in her heels, insisting on full control of the narrative. And then there's Harry. Sources suggest he's caught in the middle, balancing loyalty to Meghan with his own unease about how much control Netflix now holds. Rumors are bubbling that Netflix's downsized renewal might be their polite way of saying, Prove you can deliver, or we'll find someone else who can. This has fueled a storm of speculation online. Some believe Netflix is using Meghan's celebrity drama as a weapon to keep her relevant. Others think they're deliberately shrinking her influence, testing how much noise she can make without a 100 safety net. And a growing group of royal watchers believe this is the beginning of the end for Meghan's Hollywood reign. Remember, Netflix is a business first, and Meghan's show needs to trend, or her next renewal could look very different. Do you think Netflix is playing Meghan, or is Meghan playing Netflix? Drop your thoughts, this power game is just heating up. Now, here's where Meghan's upcoming Netflix project gets dangerously spicy. According to early insiders, the series is packed with subtle digs at the royal family. The kind of remarks that don't scream shade outright, but hit harder the more you think about them. And Meghan? She knows exactly what she's doing. One moment, in particular, has fans spiraling. An offhand comment about flower sprinkles during a seemingly casual conversation. At first, it sounds harmless, until viewers began dissecting it online. Royal gossip pages exploded with theories. Some believe it's a hidden jab at Kate Middleton, tying back to the infamous flower girl drama before Meghan's wedding, a story Meghan herself hinted at during the Oprah interview. Others think Meghan is weaponizing subtlety, using layered metaphors to remind the world she hasn't forgotten past slights. And a bold few claim Netflix wanted these references to create viral, debate-fueled moments. But here's the kicker: Meghan never names names. It's the art of implication. She sets the bait, and social media does the rest. Reddit threads are full of people connecting dots that may or may not even exist, and Netflix? They're loving every second of it. Because controversy sells, and Meghan's not stopping there. Between star-studded appearances from Chrissy Teigen, Tan France, Shetty, and Radhi Devlukia, and cryptic commentary woven between interviews, this show feels designed to ignite speculation. Do you think Meghan is subtly clapping back at Kate and the royals, or are fans just reaching? Be honest. I want to see your theories in the comments. This is where things start to look messy behind the scenes. After reports surfaced that Meghan's 100-man Netflix deal has been quietly downsized, insiders are buzzing about a possible power struggle between Meghan, Netflix executives, and even Harry himself. On one side, you've got Netflix, a platform bleeding subscribers and desperate for content that trends. Meghan's star power brought eyeballs at first, but critics are saying the royal drama narrative is wearing thin. Viewers are asking, how long can Meghan keep monetizing the same feud? On the other side, Meghan's team allegedly sees this renewed deal as a comeback arc, not a downgrade. According to reports, she's positioning this new series as edgy, intimate, and packed with viral moments, hence the subtle royal digs and controversial sound bites. But here's where it gets spicy. Harry is said to be less involved this time, which has sparked speculation about creative differences between the two. Some tabloids are even floating whispers about Meghan taking full creative control after disagreements about how much of their personal life should stay public. Netflix, meanwhile, is playing a calculated game by allegedly cutting back the budget while leaning harder into Meghan's star-driven drama. They're testing whether she can still pull global attention without Harry's royal connection front and center. And it's working. Every subtle jab, every cryptic line, every fan theory spreads like wildfire on social media, driving the exact kind of chaos Netflix thrives on. But the gamble is dangerous. If viewers feel exploited or fatigued, the entire project could backfire spectacularly. Do you think Netflix is downsizing Meghan because her royal drama has lost its shine? Or are they doubling down, betting she can still dominate headlines without Harry's shadow? Drop your hot take below. This one's going to divide people. Here's where the drama deepens, and fans can't stop speculating. Allegedly, Prince Harry's involvement in Meghan's renewed Netflix deal is minimal. Some sources whisper that he's quietly stepping back from the spotlight, favoring his environmental projects and Invictus commitments, while Meghan is doubling down on personal branding. Insiders hint that Netflix executives are leaning into Meghan as the face of the Sussex brand, subtly testing whether she can stand alone without Harry's royal influence. For some, this signals a strategic rebrand, Meghan as an independent powerhouse, shaping narratives on her own terms. But here's the twist. Fans are divided. Some claim this move proves Meghan's taking control of her image after years of being defined by palace politics. Others suspect it could point to growing creative tension between the couple. The royal gossip machine has already started spinning. Is Meghan quietly sidestepping Harry's softer approach to publicity? Or is Netflix just capitalizing on her solo magnetism? This shift could also redefine the Sussex brand entirely. If Meghan dominates the headlines while Harry recedes, what happens to the power couple image they've spent years building? Are they intentionally pivoting towards separate lanes, or is this the first sign of a brand fracture Netflix isn't ready to admit? Do you think Meghan is rebranding herself as a solo powerhouse, or is Netflix the one rewriting the Sussex story? And where does that leave Harry? Sound off below. This debate is already blowing up online. So here we are. Meghan Markle's $100 Netflix deal, the crown jewel of her post-royal empire, is suddenly looking a lot less secure. Sure, she's lining up celebrity friends like Chrissy Teigen, Tan France, and Shetty for her big comeback. Sure, she's dropping subtle jabs at the royal family. Some So Sly fans are dissecting flower-sprinkled jokes frame by frame. But Netflix quietly slashing the deal sends a louder message than anything Meghan has said out loud. Is this about content performance, audience fatigue, or a deeper shift in power between Meghan, Harry, and one of the biggest platforms on Earth? And here's the real kicker. If Meghan's deal is shrinking, what does that mean for Harry, for the power couple narrative, for Hollywood's obsession with turning royal drama into streaming gold? Because if Meghan's big comeback project stumbles, it won't just be her Netflix future at stake. It could signal the end of an era she's been trying to build since walking away from the palace gates. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Netflix is pulling back because Meghan's star power is fading? Or are they strategically pushing her to create even more controversy? Is this the start of a messy Hollywood power struggle? Or just a calculated rebrand? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you want the full deep dive on Netflix's internal strategy, and don't forget to subscribe, because trust me, this story is only getting started.